Hey, how you doing? West Coast Larry here again. Going to be doing a hike today. Get some workout time with my new backpack. Get some training in. I loaded down my backpack, and I'm going to do an easy hike with a heavy backpack today. Today I'm at Shoemaker Road. This is San Gabriel Canyon. This is the road that they tried to complete a second road going up to, I believe, to meet up with Highway 2 at the top of the canyon here. But after 20 some odd years, they gave up on this road also after another one got washed out further below. Anyways, this is a nice little stand behind me of trees. I'm going to spin you around and we'll go on a hike. All right. And then maybe for some reference for some of you, right down at the bottom of the hill is the main parking lot. Right down there you get a main parking lot. That's the last parking lot before you can go down into the canyon with the river. Okay, back again, a little further up, maybe 3/4 of a mile. Maybe I'm giving myself credit, maybe it was a half mile. Just a nice place to stop, chatter at you for a second. This burnt area up above me is, I believe, from this what was called the Williams Fire. I still haven't seen the extent of it, but I stopped here to look around, and what I really actually enjoyed was the quiet. Check it out. Alright, just a quick little snippet on this hill here. Kind of see you got hard rock over here on the left, little hard rock over here on the right, and then this nice bowl shape up there. That's pretty unnatural, and there's a reason for that. Good old mankind went back and brought in some water, and they ran water-powered jets up here, and they'd wash down the gravel down here near the bottom, and that's where they'd collect their gold. But still up there, if you see the very top of the ridge, about 6 feet below it, actually, I take that back, this camera sucks, I'll just tell you. About 6 foot below the top, there's a lot of small rounded pebble in the gravel there, and that's actually an ancient riverbed. And even at that time, there was gold coming through here, being washed through the cracks, and it would collect underneath those pebbly areas, and that's what these guys were looking for and shooting with their water. Okay, I'm gonna walk down the trail a little bit, come around a nice big corner here. Hopefully it'll open up to some nice vistas up here on the left. What a bummer. Came up here and this is still part of that fired area, and this whole hillside was totally wiped through. A couple of leaves in the middle left, but everything else is just black tree skeletons. Anyways, continuing on, it's getting a little bit cool. I got here, realized I didn't have a jacket, but I plan on going up and getting out of here in a timely manner. But there's been some really interesting geology, a lot of quartz veins running through the rock, and then stopping and doinking off and checking them out. One of the small upsides to this fire here is some of this land is cleared away, and you can see these white outcroppings. Most of them, as you know, as most of you gold hunters know, don't have a darn thing in them, but you never know. So I get to see a little bit this time of year. We've had a couple of small rains, seen some areas that have been washed down, poked through those a little bit, Haven't found my my gold bar yet, but any day now. Here's a nice washdown area, probably 200 foot up, something like that. Washes down, washes down, washes down. If there were any gold holding materials up there, it would be the heaviest thing there, and it would come down and collect here near the bottom. If I had some water or maybe some different gear, maybe I'd even go grab a sample and try to pan it later, but today just trying to focus on hiking. Alright, a little bit up further ahead. I'm not getting much hiking done. I'm stopping and looking at a lot of rocks. I haven't been this far on this trail. But a lot of big... Ooh, scared me. I was bumping into a bush. I scared myself. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, got a lot of quartz here that comes up in a vein. Why am I still talking about quartz? Well, let's take a walk up this trail. Gets a little bit rougher, a little more interesting. And I'll talk about the quartz. Apparently what happens deep under the earth, our North American plate, as it were, sorry for the non-technical jargon, I'm only halfway there, basically the ocean plate is diving underneath our North American plate and it's forcing these mountains up. What happens down there is you've got magma, obviously, a lot of heat, a lot of pressure, which generates more heat, melts the rocks, and you've got these mountains which have been tilted in such a way that the magma underneath will actually push up in between the layers of granite. Please feel free to correct me if you want. I'm sure there's going to be a couple. But the quartz and the gold are liquid at a similar temperature, if not the same temperature, and they come up through the granite that's been lifted in such a way, and then the quartz starts to break down and dissolve. Gold, if he doesn't know, excuse me, bad English, I'm breathing really hard now. If you don't know, gold is almost everlasting. It's effectively everlasting. It's very hard to break apart. It does not corrode. It's known as a noble metal, also precious metal. But anyways, that's how it gets all the way up here. It gets pushed up with the liquid rock, and then it dissolves, and there's snow and ice, and that breaks down more, and then it runs way down there. I'd take another step, but I'm sure you want to know that I got out of here safely. Okay, I'm calling it. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get up and get back down and rest and everything. I've been pushing a decent pace. Whew. Sorry about the heavy breathing. Or maybe I'm not. Depends on you, I guess. But anyways, I'll take some more video on the way down. I saw something interesting. Maybe some ancient riverbed, but I think I'm just going to talk about it. Alright, so I turned around, came down a couple hundred feet, and came across this area up on the rock. Some really twisted rock there. You got some dark rock, you got a streak of quartz that comes in between it, and then up above it goes back to a greenish, then lighter brown color. But checking out this little rock slide, and I came onto a piece like this, and this is really what you kind of want to pay attention to is you know, your chunks of quartz, and sometimes along the side of those will be different minerals. This one, the light's going a little bit, but this one's showing some red, so maybe there's some iron in it also, which is also sometimes a good indicator of heavy metals being around what you're looking. So I'm going to pull out my my rock pick. I'm going to do some poking around and see if I can't find a little color way up here. 300-400 feet above the river. Last one. This is West Coast Larry signing off. It was a nice hike today. Went up about 1.5 miles, 2 miles. I got to see the first tunnel that's up there. Apparently there's 2 tunnels that have been cut in the mountain up here. Maybe on my next hike I'll get to knock those out. I don't think this trail goes much further than the second one. And that's about it. I'll see you on the next trip.